Hello, so today let us do the 4.47 lab in our CompTIA network class. So we are going to use IPV4 tools, test tools to get hands-on activity on how we can utilize key tools and techniques in testing the IPV4 connectivity, provide insights into their functionalities, and have best practice for effective networking, diagnostic, and troubleshooting. So in this hands-on activity, we are going to use CompTIA Network Plus as our platform just to understand how we can use the IPV4 test tools to navigate around how to utilize tools. Before we go further, I'll have a simple request. As you can see, we are working extremely hard to create content for you, and we want to make sure that it is up to the par and it actually beneficial as you go on through your practice. So I kindly request you to subscribe, to share or comment as required. So let's get to work and get to the bottom of the matter and start working on our platform. Okay, so let's get to work. Here are the instructions. In this lab, you're going to use common networking tools to explore the network. So we start lab immediately. So as it is loading, let us get to reading the instructions. So in this lab, you're using common networking tools to explore the network. So you're going to check the networking configuration of a Windows workstation. In this case, we are going to use the ipconfig utility in a admin terminal to get information about the Office 1 networking configuration. Okay, so let's start right away. So in this case, we have several things. We have the exhibits. We have the questions that we need to answer, and you have the network modular. We have the network modular. So how do I get that? I don't know. Okay, let's get to, yeah, we have the network modular and all that. So now that we have understood our platform and what we got, then let's get to working on question 1. So question 1 requires us to check the network configuration of a Windows workstation. So here we are going to use the ipconfig utilities in an admin terminal to get the information about Office 1 network configuration. So in this case, we go to the start button and type in terminal, then select terminal, and then write ipconfig. So from that, we have gotten information concerning the IPv4 address, as well as the subnet mask and the default gateway. So in this case, we are supposed to answer question 1. So question 1 requires us to answer what is the IP address of Office 1. And in this case, if we can see it clearly, it is right here. So here we go. Yes. So then go to the next assignment is to use config space /all to get more information. So you'll come here and type in ipconfig space /all. So we need to get more information. And here, as you can see, we've been given more information. So the question is, what is the default gateway for Office 1? From here, you can see the default gateway is here. So this should be an answer. So is Office 1 using DHCP? I could say it's using because they have a DCHP server. So I could say yes. Then we are going to do a ping of we're going to do a ping and a tracert. So which one do we start it? Use a ping command to verify that the default gateway is reachable. So the default gateway we found out to be 192.168.0.5, right? Yes. So is that our default gateway? So we started with ping. So we will ping command to verify the default gateway is reachable. I think I'll redo this again so that we may be able to So what else are we working on? We are working on this question. Use the ping command to verify the default gateway. So sorry. So we're actually using tracert first. So let's first use tracert. Tracert 198. Okay, sorry, 192.168.0.5. So here we go. So how many hops do we find? Let's say 5. So what is the IP address of the support? So this is question 5. So once we have answered question 4, we connect our Linux workstation and see how it's networking. In the upper left, select network modular. So let's minimize this and select network modular. Then go to support and launch Linux. Then right in there, we'll click terminal and then use the IP command to view the network configuration for the workstation. So here we write IPA. Then we are able to view the network configuration, then answer question 5. So question 5 is what is the IP address of the support? And from here we can basically see that it is here. So it's 168.168.0.48. So how many hops? Okay, now here we are supposed to go to question 6, use ping and tracert to explore it. So you enter the command root to find the root gateway. Then use ping command to verify the default gateway. Then use tracert to map out. So answer question 6. So here, what you need to do is So once we have gotten the IP address for support, then we need to do what? We need to use ping and tracert to explore a Linux box. So what we need to do is do ping C4 we do ping c419.168.0.5. Okay. Then from there, we can be able to do what? So the question is how many hops to RMK supply? So we want to see how many hops. So we type in tracert. We write tracert. Then we write the IP address. No, not the IP address, but RMK supplies.com. So we got 5 hops as well. And then we compare the output. Then so once we got that, we're able to compare the output. So they're saying that to compare the output to the network modular canvas to explain the network. In the upper left, select network modular. Then trace the traffic from Linux machine to the ISP. So you trace the traffic from the Linux machine to the ISP underscore internet for hops. So we trace the traffic. So we want to actually finish this up because so we are able to understand the network layout. Once we have that, we have to trace the traffic from Linux machine to the internet router for hops. How do the ping and the tracert commands help you understand the layout network? So you have an unanswered question. Do we have an unanswered question? I wonder. What is the IP address of Office 1? Man, so how do we get that? I didn't take note of that. It was this? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Got 92%, and the issue was using the tracert to RMK supply. So once let's get to the bottom of it and understand the rationale of why we were doing this test use of IPV4 test tools. So basically, we are utilizing the key tools and techniques to test the IPV4 connectivity. And what we are actually achieving here is simple. First of all, we are inspecting the configuration on Windows and Linux system to verify network connectivity and the routing paths. So when we're mapping these network paths, we are able to inspect the IP configuration. Now, by inspecting the IP configuration, we are able to reveal the crucial network details on Windows and Linux. At the same time, we are able to verify connectivity. That's why we are using the ping connect command to check reachability of gateways and external hosts effectively. Number 3, we are analyzing the routing behavior. In that case, we are analyzing tracert and route outputs, which help us to understand the data and how they travel across network. So basically, what we are doing is having an understanding of network behavior, then comparing it. So here we were able to inspect the configuration on both platforms and verify connectivity and analyze the routing path. So if this video was helpful to you, kindly log into our YouTube channel and be able to subscribe. As you can see, we are busy making videos that are quality and as to the path that you desire. Kindly subscribe, comment as to what we can do to improve and what video can we do next.